Okay, let's get started on Unit 8, video number 5. We're going to be finding some angles of right triangles. Aren't you excited? Grab your vocab book. Let's go. Alright, we don't have any vocab words today, so we're going to go straight to our example problems. So in the previous video, we learned how to find missing sides of right triangles using trigonometry. Now we're going to figure out how to find missing angles of right triangles. So you'll be given at least two sides of a right triangle, and you have to find the missing angle. You're going to have a calculator, a scientific calculator, to do this. But remember, you have a scientific calculator on your phone. Okay? So if you need help finding it, let me know. Alright, so what you're going to do is first decide, are you going to be using sine, cosine, or tangent? Okay, so let's go ahead and label the two sides that we have. Okay, well, we're working with angle X, so 300 would be our opposite side. And what would 400 be? It's our adjacent side. Okay, which means we're working with tangent. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. Let me go ahead and put a spot for my answer over here. Okay, so here's what we have. Tangent of x degrees is equal to opposite, which is 300, over adjacent, which is 400. Okay, well, we're looking for an angle this time, so we have to do things a little differently. So what you're going to do is you're going to divide 300 by 400, and you're going to get a decimal number. Okay, it equals 0.75. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to rewrite your problem like so. Tangent. Then you're going to put a little -1 up here. Okay, I'll explain that in a minute. And then you're going to put your decimal, 0.75 equals x. So this is called inverse tangent. Okay, so this is tangent, this is inverse tangent. And it does the opposite. So this helps us find a side, this helps us find an angle. So it's all about the calculator work. So take a look at this. Take a look at our calculator here. See right here? Looks like tangent to the negative first power, cosine, and sine. It looks like it's all to the negative first power. Those are the buttons we're going to be using. Those are called inverse. Inverse sine, inverse cosine, inverse tangent. And the way you get to those on your calculator is you have to use the shift key, the shift button. So you'd push shift, then inverse tangent, and then your number here, and equals. And guess what? It's going to give us the angle that we need. It's pretty cool. I know it's kind of weird. Let me go ahead and try and get this calculator out of the way for us. There we go. Okay, so you're going to put that into your calculator. You're going to push inverse tangent and then 0.75. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on my calculator and be right back. Okay, I'm back. So once I put that to my calculator, I got that x equals 36.9 degrees. I rounded to the nearest tenth. It was 36.8698976, whatever, it kept going. Anyways, I'm going to round to the nearest tenth and get my answer. So this angle right here would be 36.9 degrees. See, that's not too bad. Let me go ahead and write my answer in there. 36.9 degrees. Let's try another one. Okay, let's try another one. This time we are looking for angle A, but we're given different sides. So let's go ahead and label those. 8100 would be our hypotenuse, and 6750 is our adjacent side. So which of the three uses hypotenuse and adjacent? Well, hopefully you're thinking cosine. So cosine of angle A would be adjacent, which is 6750, over hypotenuse, 8100. So we're looking for angle A. Let me go ahead and put a spot for my answer down here. A equals. Okay, do you remember the step that I need to do next? Are you thinking of dividing? Cosine A equals. Now we take our calculator and we go ahead and divide 6750 by 8100, and that gives me 0.8333. It keeps going. I'll go ahead and write it out 4 places. Okay, next step, we use our calculator, and we're going to be finding inverse cosine of 0.8333, and that's going to give me angle A. So if you look here, here's inverse cosine. So you push shift, inverse cosine, then your number. Okay, so let me go ahead and do that. And we're going to put 0.8333. I'll just go ahead and use the rounded number. And it gives me A to be 33.56 degrees. So let me go ahead and round that to 33.6 degrees. So that is our missing angle. 33.6 degrees. Pretty quick, huh? Let's try one more. Okay, let's go ahead and label our sides. We're going to be working with angle X, trying to find angle X, so 2.5 is our opposite side. And what is 5? Well, that's our hypotenuse. So which one will use opposite and hypotenuse? Well, hopefully you're thinking of sine. So sine of X is going to equal opposite, which is 2.5, over hypotenuse, which is 5. So we're going to be solving for X. Okay, so next step, we need to divide 2.5 by 5, and that'll give us 0.5. Okay, then we're going to move on to inverse sine. Okay, we use our decimal number, and that's going to give us the value of X. So look at our calculator here. We're going to be using inverse sine. So we push shift, push sine, that'll take us to inverse sine, and we put our decimal in there. So let me go ahead and do that. So I'm going to push shift, sine, that puts me at inverse sine, and put in 0.5, and I get that X equals 30 degrees. That was pretty easy, 30 degrees. Well, you know what that means? That means that we had a 30, 60, 90 triangle. And remember, the shortest side is across from 30. So if this is 2.5, the shortest side, then the hypotenuse is twice that size. So that's why it's 5, because 5 is twice the size of this. So 2.5 times 2 is 5. That worked out. That's pretty cool. Okay, well, I hope you learned something, and I hope you have an awesome day. See you in class.